Let's debate these things. Why do people fear having a debate in a branch meeting about, is this the right course of action or is this the wrong course of action? What should we believe in? What shouldn't we believe in? If we're going to, as you say, continue to hold true that our parliamentary members get to decide policy, which I actually think they should. I think that makes sense. I don't like the idea of the organisation, like the Labor Party, imposing policy on elected members of parliament. Then why not allow free debate, though, within the party with the members to put views forward? I don't see any problem. I think it's just people are scared about losing power. And that's the problem of having too many careerists running the party.
Do you think the solution could well be to do what happens in the United States, and that is where instead of pre-selections, they hold primaries where people who are registered as supporters of a particular party then decide who the candidates will be? This, I understand, was the only way that Donald Trump could ever have become the presidential candidate. He would never have been chosen by the party organisation, but he was chosen by people who declared themselves to be supporters of the Republican Party. They were Republicans and they selected him. Is that a better way of handling the question of pre-selection?
I know people have talked I think that would be a very significant change for Australia to move to a primaries system. I do support plebiscites in pre-selections, albeit I think the benefits of the plebiscite system have really not come to fruition as people hoped by opening up the number of pre-selectors, and that's partly because, as you mentioned, they've sought to constrain the membership to limit the number of members, which is sad. I would rather people go through the membership approach. I think that's more consistent with the Westminster tradition than a plebiscite system. And I'm not sure Australians would also want to have to register in advance who they intend to vote for, which of course is what's required in most of the US states where plebiscites operate. You have to choose to go on the roll and nominate which party you're proposing to vote for, albeit you don't have to vote for them, but I mean, that's the way that system works. And I think Australians would generally not be so happy with the idea of having to front up to the Electoral Commission and say, well, I'm a Liberal voter, therefore when we conduct a plebiscite, I get to participate in that plebiscite.
Some parties in other countries, similar countries, also have some system whereby the party membership elects the leader, as the Conservatives do, for example. It's restricted.
Yes.
But do you think that's a good idea, or do you think it's inconsistent, probably, with the Westminster system?
I do think it's inconsistent with the Westminster system, and because one of the key things about our system, as you appreciate, is the Prime Minister is just one amongst many. So he might be more important than the others, but he is just one. He is an equal. He has one seat in the House of Representatives, just like everybody else has a seat in the House of Representatives.